Hi you guys, welcome to Five for Friday. I am up in the beautiful forests of Washington and a perfect fairyland today, and I am doing a catalog shoot today, and so I thought that would be a perfect time to go ahead and go over entertaining kids, because the pictures I'm doing today are for costumes and little children, and so I need a little extra help in getting their attention and getting them to smile for the camera depending on the ages. So I'm going to go through 5 different things that I use and how I use them to most effectively get kids' attention. Little fairies getting ready.
May I take your...
So the first one is a pretty obvious one, but I will share a bit more about how I use them, are puppets. So when I use puppets, I want to make sure that I get one that's really bright in color. Also that they have flexibility, because I will often actually have my puppet help me adjust my focus on my camera, because then I'm not having to like entertain and then take the puppet off and do my focus or make any adjustments on the camera. But it's just faster if you have the puppet on your hand, and then you can do adjusting, because you can see like I've got adjusting ability with this one to be able to multitask. And so here I have this fun little bird puppet. And then the second thing that I do when I'm working with puppets is, depending on the age I'm working with, is sometimes I don't just jump in with a big crazy loud puppet. I don't have my loudest puppet here, but I do have this bright hot pink puppet that's got stripes and kind of like a mohawk thing going on, crazy eyes, and it squeaks and squawks and it's loud and fun. But sometimes if, you know, I've learned that if I pull out this crazy big puppet from the start, then I can scare the little kids more than entertain them, and that's the last thing you want. So in that case, I want to start with, if I'm working with those littles, is to warm up to them and do a little and kind of say, look at my friend. You want to see my friend? Let's see what friend I brought today. And open up to them that way and have them get used to me and see that I have some fun things to offer. So. And then as far as puppets, I might run in with the puppet and, oh, he's gonna get you, ah! And then go, you know, do little snort attacks or whatever puppet you have, and he's gonna eat you, or, you know, just gauge basically how those kids are reacting and kind of what that little crew is like, especially doing family pictures, to get them to smile. And what happens is the kids get like, oh, they're coming, it's so excited. And then they're in that giggle mode, and then you can pull back and get these fun candid shots where they're interacting with each other. So these are for the cute warm-up pictures, and then gradually working your way up to the more crazy ones that are okay? All right. Oh, here's another snuggly one. I'll just show you some of the ones. And you don't have to get crazy expensive with puppets. I found these on, it's called the Mama app. I think it's mama.com or something like that. I'll leave a link to it below. It's a shopping app. It's super cheap puppets. This is probably like $4, this puppet. So it's a cute snuggly one. Okay, and then here's an example of another cute puppet. But oh my goodness, there's like no flexibility here. I feel him really tight on my hand here, and he's cute, he can talk. If you have your assistant doing puppets, then sure, you know, this would be a great puppet. But if you're just the one doing the shooting and you don't have assistants, then it's just nice to have flexibility, and otherwise you're kind of awkwardly doing one thing with one hand. And that's why I like the puppets with flexibility, because this guy is not going to be able to focus. And then of course you've got fun puppets that the kids recognize, and okay, you can sing the theme song or whatever, something they're familiar with. And that's fun because then you've kind of gone into their world, and that makes them happy. And then puppets that can have like movement to them. So this puppet I found at a kind of a national park store when we were hiking. It's this cute flying squirrel. But what's fun about this one is he can do something fun besides just, you know, talking. And he can fly at him, go, he's gonna get you, he's gonna get you, ah! So it's fun to get puppets like this one that's got more character to it and can do more physically. Another little puppet that I like to use are finger puppets, especially if you're doing just more something close up to give them something little to look for and say, where's my puppet, where's my puppet? And you know, have them look for where your little puppet's hiding. These ones have like a little elastic or something in them. And I did get those from that mama store. And it's just perfect because you can pull it out and it's just a little thing. You can play I Spy, okay, look for my puppet, and have them pop around. And you can pull the different ones. So the next subject we will cover is just eye catchers. I'll just call them eye catchers. Something you wear and a little bit of color in there so the kids are watching you, and some of those older ones might be embarrassed for you, and what you end up getting is that, I'm embarrassed, you're making this, you're so awkward, who is this lady? And so they actually end up smiling because they're embarrassed for you. I'll just call it the embarrassed for you smile. Like, you know, I'm here to capture your smile, that's my job, and not care what other people think. So, and of course the little ones see something, if there's something like bouncing on your head. I just got these at the party store, but okay, look at me. And then you get their attention that way. Something colorful on the top of the head. And you can, and so this is great to pull out when the kids are starting to have their eyes wander, and you give them a good focal point of something. Say, okay, look for my hat, where's my hat? And then they look around, or I spy something red, and they look around, and then they spy, you know. I found some fun sunglasses and stuff, but obviously you need to have your ability to look in the camera and make sure things are exposed and focused and stuff. But these are sunglasses. Uh-oh, this one's broken. Here's one that's just glasses. So I do one that are just glasses. Okay, so these I bought and I thought they were fun. The only thing is though, is now I've got these cute fun glasses, but I mean, it's straining to my vision and trying to get the shot. I mean, I could put them up on my head and take the picture, but. Number 3 is Noisemakers, okay? So if I'm up close and intimate with these ones, then of course if it's just a little rattle or something, that will do the trick. But if I am further away, then I need something louder. I just went to the party store, collected a variety of noisemakers. If I can redirect the attention, sometimes I'll pull a noisemaker out and make a noise with it and then go, what was that? What was that? And you know, if you want them to be curious and get the curious, like, oh, what is that? So you can kind of help direct reactions and capture those different reactions. Because, you know, it's not always all smile, look at the camera. Sometimes it's just getting them to be into picture taking instead of trying to wiggle loose and run off and do their own thing. So here's another fun one. Some of, you know, there's electronic noisemakers. This one's got kind of a fun laughter to it. My kids love this, okay? If you have the potty humor crew and you pull out like a little whoopee cushion or something like that, they might think that's hilarious, but it's totally up to you if you're up for that. This is like a slime that you like squish it back in, but this would require too much for me to do and be taking pictures with my camera. If I had an assistant that could do that, then that would be fine. Things that I can just do without much help, like a one-handed thing. Here's a fun one that my daughter loves. If you get, sometimes stuffed animals will have noisemakers to them. And it's not a puppet, but just a cute little stuffed animal. And then it's got enough noise to it. This one, you know, if I'm too far away, it's pretty loud. So I try to look for louder noisemakers because if I'm further back from the family, I want them to be able to hear it. So, but if I'm close up with a kid and doing something fun, then just being playful and fun with them. So you can hear the dog, the cute guy. All right, next are these fun photo rings, which are just these elastic rings that I have. And they just go over the top. Definite attention grabber. Oftentimes we say, okay, look at the camera, but let's be real. There's only so much that's interesting about a circle that's black on a camera. So for a little kid, if you give them more of an eye catcher and you can be silly with it and fun with it, then that's fun. And then having a variety of colors, just have them attached to your photo bag and great eye catcher. Number 5 is the last one I have, and I only have one example of this. It's kind of bright out here, so it's hard to tell. But it's like a light maker. So if you pull out, I'm just going to call it magic wands, okay? Something that's really cool, so you can find these. So, you know, like at children's museums, often have fun, cool things like this that are just something cool, like when they'll have a spinning light to them. It's really bright outside, but if I am doing like a studio shoot or something, I can really direct attention because it's like, woo, what's that? And I can be like, look at my camera, you know, and help them direct that attention in and to mesmerize them and hopefully get them to smile from there. So if I'm starting to lose attention, then you go from there. Well, I hope you guys found today's 5 for Friday helpful. Let me know in the comments below what particularly you struggle with in family pictures. I know oftentimes it's getting the kids just to sit still and to focus on you, and then of course adding on smiles. It helps to have a variety in there. Be sure to check out this other video on how we'll talk about how you can help prepare your client, because the attitude of your clients really does help in having the kids be in the right frame of mind and having them be enthusiastic about pictures, and as well as just certain techniques to approach families with little ones and getting them to smile and look at the camera. So anyway, let me know in the comments below, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our Photographer's Circle and have a great day. Bye!